Hi, this is Brad Sandler, and I'm here with, let me sure if I get this pronounced correctly. Ajamu Baraka. Yes, thank you. And we're here at the Salem State University at the Green Party National Meeting, and we're going to have a little chat. So, welcome to Salem. I'm a Salem resident myself, so this is kind of exciting to have a national meeting here. And first of all, I've been asked by some people who know progressives to pass on our condolences to your friend Brian Dixon. Yeah, Bruce, I'm sorry. I didn't know, but I was told he was instrumental with you in setting up the Black Agenda.
Well, he was instrumental with Glenn Ford and Margaret Kimberly, part of the original founders.
Okay.
They just brought me on later as a fellow traveler, but they're the ones that put it in place, and it's a big loss for Black Agenda Report.
Yeah.
And so we really miss Bruce, and we miss him here in Salem because he was also very important Green Party member.
Yeah.
And so his lack of presence is really felt here.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think we only have a limited amount of time, so I'm going to cover a really easy topic.
Okay.
Green New Deal.
Yes.
Green Party has a Green New Deal. Some people in the Democratic Party have Green New Deals. Yes. What's your opinion on the two different versions, and what do you personally think about a Green New Deal and how that would operate?
Brad, it's quite interesting that the kind of response from across the country to the idea of a Green New Deal. People have said it's brilliant. The Washington Post said that it's one of the most innovative ideas they've seen in decades. It's interesting because in 2016, as many of your listeners and viewers know, that this was a central component of our campaign, the Stein-Baraka campaign. But it was a Green New Deal that had a content somewhat different than the one that was championed by AOC. In our Green New Deal, we talked about this being a transitional program. We said that there was some vital things that had to be addressed in the Green New Deal, which is the role of the fossil fuel companies, industries and companies. We talked about the absolute necessity to address the issue of the military-industrial complex. Those two items were completely missing in the Democrat version of the Green New Deal. But the other elements in terms of the Green New Deal being connected up with jobs program, the jobs training, and the transformation of the economy, those elements are there. And it shows the potential. But we believe it's important for us to bring back to the conversation those elements that are missing from the Green New Deal.
So you're talking more about in the long term, which there isn't much of a long term, we know, working towards more of a combined vision of a Green New Deal, where the best elements of both are actually played out in the political arena.
And best elements of both, but one that moves us toward what has to be the eventual solution. And that is one of the things that why some Democrats have embraced the Green New Deal, the Democratic version of it, is that it begins to boil down to sort of embracing of green capitalism, a reform of the system. Now, I think the progressive Democrats recognized that they had no coherent program that could attract and hold masses of people. And that's why they borrowed the Green New Deal from the Green Party. But, we're not going to be able to address the climate challenge if we allow power to retain with the massive energy companies, if we don't move in a real serious way to transform the economy so that it is not dependent on the fossil fuel industry. And to do that, we've got to understand that the fossil fuel industry along with the bills, along with the military-industrial complex, they have an objective material interest in things remaining the same. So the question becomes, can we move toward a real transformation of the economy toward the use of renewable energy, as long as these companies retain power? And many of us say we can't. We don't take power from those companies. We don't nationalize those companies in the interest of the public. We're not going to be able to transform the energy sector in this country.
So you're talking basically, and I don't mean this in a negative term at all. You're talking about making a large sector of the energy industry socialized industry because it's for a public purpose.
That's a central component of the eco-socialist program that basically recognizes that as long as we have a commitment to capitalist production processes and its dependence on the fossil fuel industry, both in terms of energy, but in terms of, for example, the industrial farming that we have, that we're not going to be able to move in a serious way toward an economy in which we are using renewable energy and addressing the serious issue of climate change.
Mm-hmm. So you're connecting, just so I understand, the necessity, the desperate need to a broader social effort across the board, because once you start talking about energy being involved in farming and everything else, how much energy is this building consuming at this very moment? It's empty for the most part compared to what it is during the school year. That's a huge undertaking. And the Green New Deal, as the Democrats propose, is a huge undertaking. When does it become too big to conquer?
It has to be conquered. And see, that's one of the other differences. That what the Democrats are proposing is a top-down process, a process in which a select committee would meet among itself and determine the contours of a so-called Green New Deal.
Yeah.
We say that a Green New Deal has to be part of a transitional program toward a socialist society. That requires a bottom-up organizing effort, organizing and mobilization, a popular movement, shifting power from the oligarchy to the people. So, that is a fundamental difference between what we're advocating for and what the elites of the Democratic Party are embracing.
May I ask a question?
I'm sorry?
May I jump in?
Sure.
May I ask a question? I'd like to ask how you feel about the federal job guarantee, because when you're talking from bottom up, and I garden for a living and I've grown food for 100 families at a time in my life, and I see the federal job guarantee as a way for us to take control in communities and make food security across the United States, and also get rid of the huge agricultural polluters by allowing citizens in their own communities to not only get the skills, but get some pay that is, that is a living wage pay, and of course, their health care, and how that could transform from the bottom up. Have you looked at all at the federal job guarantee?
No, I think you're hitting the right points. It's not just food security we need to have social security in the broader sense. Not social security once you become an elder, but real social security throughout life. So having a society in which you center as a human right the right to be able to make a living at a adequate level of existence, more than adequate, at a level in which we are able to really enjoy life. That is a central demand that we have to embrace, and it is a central goal that we should try to realize. So, the job guarantee is one in which we are saying that everybody has a right to a living wage and the right to exist, the right to subsist. And so food security is an aspect of that.
Thank you.
to one more question. And a lot of what the Green New Deal and federal job guarantee revolve around, at least within the Democratic Party, and it's underneath, is the economic transformation of monetary theory. And what is your view on following those principles and the remedies as recommended by monetary theory?
I think that the modern monetary theory has added a very important dimension to the national discourse. It has helped people to understand that we don't have to be dependent on the logic of liberal capitalism and the notions that they have been pushing around what they define as responsible politics and responsible monetary policy. It has shown us that if there isn't the political will in a society, in the state, that has control of its currency, that you can redirect spending to address the material needs of the people. So that's a very important aspect of the conversation that needs to take place. And we believe that it's taking place. It's interesting to see the number of people who are now understanding the theory and understanding what it can mean in reality. And so it's a very useful addition to national discourse.
Thank you. And thank you very much for spending some time with us.
My pleasure.
Yeah.